Good morning, Year 3s and 4s. It is Wednesday, the 6th of May, and in history, I am learning to research an important historical discovery. So, the discovery we're going to look at is the discovery of Tutankhamun. Now, some of you might have heard that name, but we're going to go into a lot more detail today. So, Tutankhamun, sometimes called King Tut, was an ancient Egyptian king. Now, an ancient Egyptian king is actually called a pharaoh. Okay, he ruled from 1333 BCE until his death in 1323 BCE. His tomb, the finding of his tomb, was more significant than his short reign. He came to the throne about 8 or 9, not many people really know, and he died at 18. He had many illnesses throughout his life, and it's rumoured he was not very well. Okay, so he was very young when he died. In 1907, Howard Carter was invited by the Earl of Carnarvon to excavate a valley. Okay, Carter discovered the actual tomb of Tutankhamun in November 1922, so that's almost 100 years ago. A day was selected and a time to unseal the tomb, and about 20 people were there as witnesses, including the Lord of Carnarvon, who asked Howard Carter to look for Tutankhamun. On February the 17th, 1923, so again almost 100 years ago, just after 2 o'clock, the seal was broken and they saw for the first time the mummy of the pharaoh Tutankhamun. Now, this was really important because it was sealed so well and hidden so well that no one else had been in there since the time of Tutankhamun's death. So no one had been in that room for thousands of years, so it was left exactly how the Egyptians left it. There were 5,398 items found in the tomb, including a solid gold coffin, a face mask, a throne, archery bows, trumpets, food, wine, sandals, and fresh linen underwear. Howard Carter took 10 years to go through all these items and catalogue them. Due to the fact there was so much gold, Carter knew that this man in his life had been very important. So they knew that from just looking at it that this was royalty because there was so much gold in his tomb. The discovery was so important because Howard Carter was a really well-known archaeologist. The tomb was important because it let archaeologists record what it was like in Egyptian times because no one else had been in there. So it was left exactly how it had been left thousands of years ago. Okay, so your task today is to watch and research some more clips on Tutankhamun and look at some websites. I've given some for you there, but you can go and get some Egyptian books if you have them and do some reading about Tutankhamun. And maybe you can answer some of these questions. Write down the information you find. Was it exciting? Was there a story curse attached to the tomb? And what was the rumours about the tomb? Okay, so have a look at how Howard Carter found him and what he said. And next lesson, we're going to go into more of that.